The Pixel 10 Pro XL just leaked 10. It might be Google's most polished phone yet, but not for the reasons you'd expect. At first glance, it doesn't look radically different from last year's model. Same rounded corners, same metal frame, same pill-shaped camera bar across the back. Even the camera hardware, basically unchanged. But underneath that familiar exterior, Google is quietly making some smart, strategic moves, and if you look closer, there's a lot more going on here than just another yearly refresh. So why does this matter? Because Google isn't playing the specs game the same way Apple or Samsung are. While other brands chase more lenses, flashier designs, or foldable everything, Google's betting on refinement and software. The Pixel 10 Pro XL is shaping up to be a phone that improves the things that actually matter long-term, like performance, battery life, storage, and AI integration without trying to grab your attention with gimmicks. Let's start with the design. The leaked renders show the Pixel 10 Pro 40 into finishes, Moonstone and Obsidian. Both look understated and premium, keeping in line with Google's recent design language. The front has a large 6.8-inch AMOLED display with slim bezels and a centered selfie camera. It's clean, balanced, and exactly what you'd expect from a flagship Pixel. There's also a temperature sensor in the rear camera module, again something Google introduced last year. While it's still kind of a niche feature, it shows Google's ongoing interest in wellness-focused tools, even if they're not mainstream yet. Internally, though, this phone steps up. The Pixel 10 Pro XL is expected to ship with Google's new Tensor G5 chip and a solid 16 GB of RAM. That's more than enough to power even the most demanding multitasking and AI features Google is likely to roll out with Android 15. Storage is also getting a bump. The XL version starts at 256 GB, with options for 512 GB and even 1 TB. That's a clear signal that Google sees this device as more than just a camera phone. It's being positioned as a serious productivity tool and content hub. Battery life looks like it'll be a standout feature too. The leak points to a 5,200 mAh battery, the largest ever in a Pixel phone. Combine that with expected support for 39 West wired charging and 15 West to wireless charging, and this phone should keep up with heavy users without making you reach for a charger halfway through the day. Now let's talk cameras. The setup seems to be the same as last year. 50MP main for 8MP ultra wide and for 8MP telephoto on the back, with a 32MP selfie shooter up front. That might sound like a missed opportunity, but keep in mind, Google has consistently relied on computational photography to stay ahead of the curve. Don't be surprised if the real improvements this year come from AI-driven features and behind-the-scenes image processing, things that often age better than raw megapixels. That brings us to the bigger picture. Google appears to be going for consistency, reliability, and software-driven value. With rivals like the Galaxy S25 Ultra, Z Fold 7, and iPhone 16 Pro Max pushing the boundaries of hardware design, Google is leaning into what it does best: tight integration between hardware and software, extended support windows, and smart features that make the phone more useful over time. And while the Pixel 10 Pro XL is expected to launch at around €12.99 in Europe, the price hasn't jumped, which is increasingly rare for top-tier phones. That gives it a chance to compete directly with the other ultra-premium flagships without needing to justify a higher cost. Google is also expected to unveil a full suite of devices at the August 20th Made by Google event: the Pixel 10, Pixel 10 Pro, Pixel 10 Pro Fold, Pixel Watch 4, and Pixel Buds 2a. That means the Pro XL will likely be the crown jewel of a much larger ecosystem push. So here's the takeaway: the Pixel 10 Pro 40 might not blow anyone away with flashy new features, but it doesn't need to. It's about refinement, power, and building a phone that stays fast, smart, and useful for years, not just the first few months. In an industry that's increasingly obsessed with big swings, Google's playing the long game. And if they get the software experience right, especially with the Tensor G5 and Android AI tools, they might just pull ahead by being the smartest phone, not the flashiest. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.